Good morning, everyone. This is Dan with Senior Ministry E-Bike Nation. Today we're going to be taking only a 20-mile ride today. I typically do 30, but I'm going to do 20 today. I've got some running to do this afternoon, so I'm going to be taking my Cyrusher Kommoda. That's my 20-inch fat tire bike, and be talking about it again as usual once I get maybe to my halfway point. But you guys want to ride along? I'll see you on the trail. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Thursday morning? Going to be doing a 20-mile bike ride today. A little shorter than I normally do, but I want to do another battery degradation test here. And I hope I've got my camera adjusted properly this time. We're not just seeing my bike and the trail and nothing out of the horizon. So if you don't really see too much on the phone, I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather have the horizon. A little chilly out here today. It's probably 35 degrees here in southwest Ohio. Slight breeze coming out of the southwest. But as I mentioned, I try to get 3 to 4 videos in a week if I can. And if there's certainly anything you guys want to see on some videos, let me know, so I could change things up a little bit. I do plan on doing some off-trail riding a little bit. I'm not sure where I'm going to do that, but that's in my plans to have an upcoming video doing that. Of course, we're going to stop up at the food blessing box and drop some food off today. And one thing of toiletries as well. Yeah, I was texting back and forth with my pastor yesterday at church, and he wants to also put a food blessing box at our church, and I think it's a great idea, where people can just pull up in the parking lot and get stuff out of there without having to come in the church. That's an excellent idea, so we're going to build one of those for the church. And in the meantime, I'm still trying to get a hold of the city of Dayton so I can jump through all the regulations and stuff so I can put a couple boxes downtown. Not too bad out here at all today. That's unusual to get right across the intersection. That's different. Don't expect to see too many people out today. This colder weather kind of keeps people in quite a bit. But this is just great exercise to get out here in the winter. It even helps you burn more calories in the winter time because you're burning energy in order to keep warm. Your body automatically does that, so you'll see a spike a little bit in the winter time on calorie burn on these rides. Yeah, I'm definitely still looking forward to my new e-bike coming in, my 26-inch bike from Electric Bike Company. It's arrived at its destination terminal, wherever that is. So I should be getting a notification from the trucking company here on delivery. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. As I mentioned, we'll be doing an unboxing, assembly, and take it on a range test, see what it'll do. I've still got some emails out to some other bike companies. Electric Bike Company just reached out to me out of the blue. I did send them an email trying to partner with them, so I did get an email back, and they wanted to partner with me, and they gave me 3 choices of bikes that I could review, so I just picked one of them, and they're going to send the one. It's a 26-inch, 3-inch fat tire bike, and it's also a step through. On your left. I mean, I can still ride a 26-inch high step through bike, but I got to lean the bike over quite a bit to get on it. So any bikes that I get in the future that companies are going to send me, I will be doing probably step throughs only. I already have a high step 26-inch electric bike in my aerial rider bike. But I tell you, the older you get, and I'm 71 now, so I'm in great health. I feel like I'm 35 years old out doing this. Till I have to get down on my hands and knees and get up, and then I know I'm not 35 anymore. Yeah, my wife, after she watched my video I did yesterday, she come out, she goes, you know what? She goes, all I seen was the trail again. And I had watched part of the video, not all of it, but I thought my camera was adjusted properly, but boy, it was not. So I'm still working through that on this GoPro 9 camera, and I'm also doing a chest strap where I've got my camera mounted, and I think that's probably the best angle you're going to get. I used to have it on my bike helmet, but I didn't like it because every time I turned my head, it would really move that camera around quite a bit, and I didn't like that. So we're going to see what this does today. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys can get out and ride wherever you're at. I know I get several comments from people that's from all over the world that are riding in really cold temperatures, and that's what I do. The cold doesn't bother me. I don't care if it gets down to 0. I can dress for that. It's that snow and ice I don't like to ride in. If it's just a fresh snowpack, I can ride in it with this bike, but I'm not going to try it when there's any rain and ice. I tried that earlier on this bike, and it was really dangerous. So I nixed that idea pretty quick. I definitely don't need to fall and break a hip or a shoulder or something like that. At my age, that's just dumb. At any age, it's bad, but not when you get older. Time of recovery takes a little bit longer. Okay, we're going to be turning right here, and we're going to be bumping up the speed to pedal assist 3. Climb this hill a little bit. Climbing up the hill pretty good without using throttle at all. It's still doing 16 mile an hour up here, so that's pretty good. sun's peeking out, it makes it a little bit warmer. But I think it's great out here. Again, we're only going to do a 20-mile ride today. I'll go up to the bridge over the river and we'll finish up there. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments section about me riding on these trails. And I know it's really hard to watch somebody on an e-bike for a half hour to an hour. But I got my wife, she watches videos on YouTube that people cleaning their homes and cooking, and there'll be an hour-long video and she'll just sit there and watch it. So I know there's people who like to watch these. So that's why I do them. But I can't wait to get into some more equipment so I can review these for you guys. Especially for seniors. That's the intent of my channel. That's why I call it Senior Ministry E-Bike Nation. Scared that poor dog. He's not on a leash. So he's on a leash, but the owner's right up here. Dog's supposed to be on a leash with the owner, but he's not. So if he'd have bolted across this trail and I'd have hit him, anything that guy could have done, because it's supposed to be, leash supposed to be on his hand, not the dog dragging the leash behind him. You see that all the time. I've seen pit bulls running loose on these trails too. I was up in Xenia one day and I had to speed the bike up because that thing was about to grab my leg. And of course I carry with me, so if that dog would have lashed down on my leg, it'd have been an ugly day for him. I would never want to shoot somebody's dog, but you get a pit bull latch down on your leg, he's going to do some serious damage because he ain't going to let go. I know there's a lot of pit bull owners out there that they're harmless and all that, but they're a vicious dog, in my opinion. And I know it's all how you train them. But a pit bull is primarily a fighting dog. It's just like a German Shepherd. I love them too, but they can be an aggressive dog for sure. I remember when I was working, doing inspections on a lot of residential properties, owners would tell me, don't worry about the dog, he won't bite. And I said, if they got a mouth, they'll bite. So I'd make him put the dog up. I didn't want him jumping all over me anyway. And I call them ankle biters, them little chihuahuas and stuff. I call them ankle biters. That's what they are. Coming up on our 4-mile marker right here. Used about 4% of the battery. Very average for colder weather. I'm guessing coming back, we'll probably get down to about 35 to 40% battery degradation. I'm thinking we should be anywhere between 50 and 60% time I get back. So I'll show that to you once we get done with the ride. And that's really what this video is about, is battery degradation. One good thing about this battery, it's inside the down tube, so it's not got a lot of wind coming across it. And my second battery I carry in my bag, so it's out of the elements as well. Haven't seen no bikers out yet today. I normally don't run in too many of them on this part of the trail. On up here where I've got parking lots where people stop with their bikes and stuff on their cars and trucks, that's where I normally see them. And again, it's a weekday, so I'm not going to see as many bikers out today. Be coming up on the food blessing box as I pass this bridge, which you guys are very familiar with that watch these videos. Okay, let's see what we got going on today. Quite a bit of stuff in there today. It's not empty, which is good. So we'll just add to it today. Get my bag opened up here. Everything's harder to do with gloves on. Okay, today we're going to put in just some ramen noodles, an energy bar, and you can see there's quite a bit in here. So we'll set an energy bar up in there, a little breakfast bar, some more ramen noodles. There's about 5 of them in there now. It's good after I put that in. And we're going to put some Gain dish detergent here. We're going to put that in here as well. So anyway, little free pantry. Take what you need, donate what you can. Feed the creek. And feed the creek means this is Beaver Creek, Ohio. So that's where that's coming from. All right. We're going to continue our ride here. Again, these blessing boxes need to be by parking lots because a lot of people don't ride bikes, and you need to put them where parking lots are, where they can just get out and get some food out of there that they need. And they're not as embarrassed by doing that either. How you doing? A little chilly to be out there in shorts, but he's young. He needs to run to stay warm. Down to about 93% on my battery now, and we've come 5 miles. Like maybe doing some work on the trail up here. Could be chopping down some tree limbs maybe. Now they're actually running some kind of cable wire. Got a guy here waiting on me, really nice. People are really pretty courteous on the trail. Cars, especially when they know you're crossing. But occasionally you'll get that person texting or on their phone and they won't even pay attention to that crosswalk. That's where you got to be really careful. I know Ohio just passed a law here where you can't even hold your phone now when you're driving. You get a ticket for it. Can't even talk on the phone. And I totally agree with that. I even ran a business, and a lot of my business was conducted in the car. But most of the time you can always do speaker, especially when you got a lot of car airplays where you can just put it on speaker and put it down where you're not having to pick that phone up. You don't even have to look at a text because it'll show up on your screen as well, on your airplay, in your vehicle. Now, older vehicles I know don't have that, but the newer ones do. So anybody to be on their phone, there's no excuse for that. Technology has come a long way in that. Does not even feel that cold out here today. I'm really surprised. They'll probably be working on these trails this coming spring and summer there. Some areas are starting to raise up a little bit where tree roots come across it. So there's a few areas I've noticed they're going to have to do some work on. But they do a really good job on that. Anything that really is high on the trail, they'll spray paint it so you know it. But I pretty much know where all the bumps are on this trail, the whole 15 miles. That's just riding it so much repetitively. Heard some encouraging news today on that football player for the Buffalo Bills that was in critical condition. He's still in critical condition, but his family says he is improving. I think he's still on a ventilator. But they had to do CPR on him 2 or 3 times. I think twice on the field. And that was during the Monday Night Football game last week between the Bills and the Bengals. And they also had to resuscitate him at the hospital as well. But latest news this morning, he's doing a lot better. So my prayers is out for Damar Hamlin's family and speedy recovery for him. And thank you to all the doctors at University of Cincinnati Medical Center. It's a Trauma 1 hospital, so he was only less than 5 to 7 minutes to get to the hospital from the stadium. But if you watch some of the video from them players on that field, they were stunned. They're probably thinking that could have been me. And all it was a normal football hit. He was trying to tackle a wide receiver from the Bengals, T. Higgins, and T. Higgins put his helmet down and hit him in the chest, and that did almost permanent damage to him. Football's a dangerous sport. I love to watch it. I love to watch my Bengals, but it's a dangerous sport. My wife wouldn't let either one of my sons play football in school. That's probably a good idea because there's so many lingering injuries when you get older with knees and shoulders and head trauma, and your head can only take so many hits even with them helmets on. So prayers still out for Damar. Looks like we got a biker coming up here. I think this guy goes to work. He's always carrying this bag on his handlebar. He must go to work on this bike. On your left, I see her quite often on the trail. We've got our regulars out pretty much. Every time I'm on the trail, I see at least 2 or 3 people that I know. I'll stop and talk to them every now and then. We got a beautiful morning out here though. Of course, there's not a whole lot to see in the wintertime. All the leaves are off the trees, and again, I see occasional deer running along the trail. This is one section through here that I'll see one usually. At least once every week or every 2 weeks I'll see one. It always seems to be when I'm not taping coming back. That's when I seem to see them. But I did see one here a few videos ago, and I got it on tape. Actually, there was 5 of them on the trail, right off the trail to the right here. Yeah, before you know it, we'll be in the gardening season. I always start most of my plants from seed. I've got a couple grow lights in my garage that I put over my workbench. And I'll start them in the house on some heat pads. And once they sprout, I'll move them to the garage and put the grow lights on them. And this year I may enclose that area that I'm growing my plants so I can keep any cold air off of them. So I may build up something above my workbench as a temporary measure where I can grow my plants and put a small fan in there. I've actually just purchased a little heater that you plug into the wall, and it puts out quite a bit of heat. So I've got a receptacle inside that area, so I may just turn that on, and it's got a little fan on it, so it'll be able to move the air around. And really, if you keep that temperature up to 65 to 75 degrees inside that enclosed area, those plants think they're outside. I did that with corn, I've done it with pepper plants, I've done it with tomato plants, and almost all of that I grew from seed. So once I get them started on the heat pad in the house, once they sprout, they go to the garage. Then once we get to about, I'm thinking Mother's Day anymore here in Ohio, before you put plants outside or in the ground. I do hydroponic growing also. I grow vegetables in buckets. I grow them in rain gutters that like you have on your house. I'll grow like that. And I also grow with little kiddie pools, these little plastic pools that you buy at like Walmart or wherever. And I will I'll put those bags of plants inside them kiddie pools, put water in the bottom, and then I'll also put gravel covering the water so it doesn't breed mosquitoes. And then I just either do an automatic watering system into the kiddie pool through a float valve, or I just keep water in there, so the plants only need about 1 inch to 1.5 inches water in the bottom of those grow bags. So if you guys want me to do a video on that, I'll be more than happy to this year. I'm a prepper by nature, so I believe in a lot of redundancy. I've probably got enough food stored now for about a year. So I'll be putting up some videos on that stuff this spring. I don't think I'll have another channel for that. I just think I'll just put out some thumbnails showing you people what I'm doing on my channel, and they'll get it that I'm doing gardening. Yeah, I love to garden. I've noticed even across the internet, I'm watching people and listening to them about the seeds they bought last year. And it is not what grew once they put them in the ground or grow bags or whatever. The seeds that they planted with what they thought was in there was not what it was. If you try to grow a variety of tomatoes, you could have got something totally different once it started growing. So that's a concern. So I hooked up with a good seed company out of Kentucky. I think they're called Guernsey. If you guys like to know that, I'll put it down in the description. Guernsey seeds, they seem to be pretty reliable on what's actually in the bag that you purchase. They come in little envelopes. And I'll also show you guys this fall how to seed harvest, where you don't really have to buy seeds. You can just use what you have off the plant, and I'll show you how you store those in the wintertime. And what's good about that is once you see that crop coming up, you know what success you had with that seed. So when you buy seeds online, you really don't know what's going to happen. But if you harvest those seeds and use them, you're going to see a better harvest for sure. So I'll be putting a few videos up this summer on that, including my e-biking, and I'll have a busy summer. I said, since I retired 2 years ago, I don't sit around the house. Winter or summer, I'm out doing something. And what a way to get exercise than ride these e-bikes. As I mentioned, these things have been a game changer in my life for sure. It becomes very addicting riding these things, because you're not putting a lot of pressure on them pedals. I'm in pedal assist 3 right now, which is not even a higher speed like 4 or 5. But I'm easily pedaling this bike and doing 20 miles an hour. On your left. But it's like anything else. I mean, the price to pay for these bikes, I mean, I paid almost $2,200 for this bike. But it's been worth every penny of it. I used to say this is the best investment I ever made in my life, but I soon corrected myself and said that my wife was the best investment I ever made in my life. And I've been married 50 years, so God's blessed us with 50 years of marriage, and she's my soulmate. She don't like doing these videos. She don't like being on camera, so, and I'm okay with that. There's a lot of channels like that. About another half a mile, we'll be up to our halfway point where the bridge is. That's my 10-mile marker. that's where we'll stop and show a little bit about the bike again, and then I'll turn my camera around and we'll finish up the video. But I really hope you guys have liked this video and any other videos that I'm putting out there, other than my horizon not be able to show well on a couple videos. I'm trying to correct that. But definitely I'd like you to share and like these videos. Hit that bell notification when a new one's coming up, and subscribe to my channel. I really have a lot of fun doing this, and the fun to me is helping other seniors see another senior riding the bikes. It's not some video from a bike company, or they hire these, I call them little kids, 20 and 30 years old, reviewing these bikes. To me, that's not a review. Anybody can review a bike at 20 and 30, but you get up around your 70s and 80s, when you review these bikes, other seniors see the real deal. They're seeing an honest video review. So here's our halfway point up here. It's we've come 10.33, something like that. This is where we'll stop the video and turn around here. So we did that in about 37 minutes, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Again, let's talk about the Cyrusher. It is a 20-inch fat tire bike, as I've said on numerous videos. It has got a 48-volt battery that sits in this down tube, and the key here unlocks that, and you just pull that back, and down here is a charging port, and it's got a Shimano 7-speed shifter. I normally always stay in 1-speed. I notice a lot of e-bike companies now have they don't have the 7 speeds on there. They just got direct drive on them, which I like that. And it's got Zoom hydraulic brakes here, front and back, of course. And it's also got dual suspension, as you can see here, front suspension and rear suspension. And this bike is absolutely very comfortable. And it's also got I use the stock seat. This is a very comfortable seat. It came with the bike, and I did not need to change it out. It's got a 750 watt rear hub motor. What's good about a rear hub motor, if you break a chain, you can still throttle home, because it's tied into your half twist throttle, which is up here. That's what this is, half twist throttle. And it's got a very nice color display on it here. And this is said I've come 10.7 miles, and this is 10.34, so that's pretty close. Down to 73% on the battery. That'll probably be down around the 50 range time I get back. It's got lights here, which will be front and rear, which you can see it. And as soon as you hit the brakes, that thing comes on. And it's also got your pedal assist right here. I'm on 3 now, and you can push this button all the way down to Eco. That's going to be the hardest it is to pedal the bike, and you can probably get up to 8 or 9 miles an hour, but it conserves the battery as well on these lower speeds. Pedal assist 2 will get you up to about I'm thinking around 15 miles an hour. Pedal assist 3, which is my normal speed that I ride in, this will get you to about 18 to 20 miles an hour. Pedal assist 4, which is called high, this will get you to about 23 to 24 miles an hour. That's with a fresh battery. Keep that in mind. If you got a half spent battery, you're not going to achieve them speeds. And then when you get to pedal assist 5, that's called power. And if you got a full charge battery, this bike will do 26 to 28 miles an hour on a flat surface. So anyway, I normally ride between 2 and 4. But that's the pedal assist levels. And the additional purchases that I bought for the bike, of course, my cup holder. I'm an avid coffee drinker here. I drink coffee all day long. And I purchased also some bar-in mirrors, which are very nice. They just go into the end of the bar here, your handlebar. It's got a little plastic thing that comes out of there, and you just put that in there and tighten it down. This is my Strava app. This is the app that you tie into your phone, and it can track your distance. Of course, it'll track your total distance, your speedometer as you're riding, your time, your average speed, and it'll also track your calories, which is really cool. And so I really like that Strava app. I purchased this bike bag. This is actually a Cyrusher bag. This one was definitely more expensive than the other one I had. This one I think I paid $99 for, but it's been a great bag. It's longer and it's deeper. So my bike battery down here, get my banana and my sandwich out of the way here. My bike battery fit in this one much better. So a little more room in here. And also I carry a battery operated air pump that you see down there for my tires and my tire gauge, so I can gauge that. And I also carry a can of Fix-A-Flat. If you get a flat tire on a rear tire, you don't want to be changing that thing on the trail. It's a little more difficult, so I put that in there if I do get a flat tire, and it'll blow it up to get enough to get me home. And I also, in the tires, I put what we call Tannis liners. That goes in between the tire and the inner tube. They're Kevlar. They're not going to be 100% puncture proof, but they're pretty close. I have not had an issue yet since I've had those liners put in these tires. Nothing's worse for a biker to have a flat tire on the trail. And anybody that rides a bike can attest to that. But anyway, that's things that I purchased for the bike. And I mean, sometimes I look at these e-bikes on these channels, and this looks like a cockpit up here. There's so many items on the handlebars, but I try to keep it as simple as possible. But anyway, let me flip this thing around here. Get this camera off and flip it around. Oops. But if you guys got any questions about the bike, please put it down in the comment section for me. And then share and like my video, and please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next video.